7:30. It's not 8. I've been having a challenging time getting out of camp early, but that's because I keep choosing not to. So I keep telling myself at night I'm going to get going early. I keep waking up at 4, going back to sleep until 5:30 because I need the sleep. I don't think I was trying to sleep until after 11, and I probably wasn't asleep till after 12. So even though today will be a short day, it's counterproductive to get 4 hours of sleep and wake up at 4. So we're just going to deal with it, and if I ever get serious about hiking more than 25 miles, I'll have to start getting up earlier and going to bed earlier, falling asleep earlier. But we won't worry about that now. 7 miles to town. Would like to get in and out of town. Resupply, laundry, shower if the shower works at the laundromat. And then just go a little bit back on trail as far as we can and call it a hero. And we're back on the trail. I'm interested in seeing the town of Chester today. I've read so much about it on the Far Out comments the last few days. I almost feel like I have my whole day figured out, but that's not the way it works. You got to get there, see the town, see what's open, see what it has to offer. First, I got to get a hitch when I get to the road. But there's a laundromat, and supposedly there's a coin shower, which is really nice. I was not worried, but bothered by the fact that I've either been showering and not doing laundry or doing laundry with shampoo or conditioner. I haven't done proper laundry since South Lake Tahoe. I've been showering everywhere I go for the most part. But I'm filthy. So there's a supermarket which is supposed to have full resupply, everything that you can need. And there's a Dollar General. There's restaurants. So I guess the grocery store has good deli sandwiches, pre-made sandwiches, and they give you a soda with it for under $10. So that seems like a good deal in the year 2025. Well, this is an absolutely crummy section of loose sand that is just collapsing as it deteriorates and weathers. And I don't even feel comfortable walking down there because my feet are going to slide out from underneath me, so I'm taking my chances up here. This very much reminds me of the Appalachian Trail. Reminds that duck too. I don't know if I should try to walk across this while I filter water. I definitely am not walking across it filming and filtering water at the same time. I promise you that. Shut up! You're breaking my concentration. That duck wants me to fall in. Just under a mile to get to the highway. 0.9 last time I looked. Should take less than a half hour. I should be there before 10:30. Okay. So we are at the road. So a picnic table and a parking area over there. There's stuff on the picnic table and I'm really curious by nature. So I'm gonna come over here and see what's on the picnic table before I start hitching. I'm also going to change out of this shirt, which will help the bare minimum amount that it could possibly help. But I mean, I smell, my clothes smell. So I just want to take this shirt off and get into my windbreaker. Now this is interesting. They basically leave your food out, but I'll take that. I think I'm doing everyone a favor by taking this food out of here. Maybe I'll just hitch until my shoulder hurts. Last couple of times I hitched, my right shoulder really starts bothering me, and you can't switch arms. I guess you could, but you'd look stupid. Stupider than you look hitching. I hate that I have a bad feeling about this. Laundromat, hiker box. All the hikers are here. I've spent a minute in Chester. I've done my laundry, I've showered. I'm as clean as I've been since South Lake Tahoe, I feel. The people who gave me a ride and dropped me off, Chris and Morgan, were so kind. One, just to turn around, they were going the opposite way and give me a ride. They have a friend that's hiking the PCT that is popular on Instagram. I forget what they said his name was. I'm probably not going to remember it, but you know, they're hiker friendly. Chris is a firefighter. After they dropped me off, Morgan came back in and gave me $20 and said lunch is on us, and she wouldn't take no for an answer. And I'm getting emotional now reliving it, but that's really what I needed, to be shown again how kind the community that supports the trail is. I was going through it just like a lot of us hikers are. I bumped into a girl that I saw in Pinecrest. We stayed at the cabin together, Cookie's cabin, and you know, she made it sound like this last section has been tough on a lot of us. So I got 66% of my resupply at the Dollar General, just easy dinners and drink mixes, enough coffee to get me to Bernie, peanut butter. I need a little bit more for breakfast, and I need to just supplement my bars for snacks and recovery type of things. So I don't want to buy too much, but I want to go to this holiday market. They say it's a good place. And I also heard that they have good prepared sandwiches. I might carry one of those out. And then I'll just see if there's anything I can do on my phone before I go, and stick my thumb out and get out of town.
Yeah, we picked a couple hikers up yesterday, just a 5-minute ride into town. They got out and they were like, oh.
And we are back on the PCT. Same day delivery. You're looking at a hero. I haven't hiked a hero since Big Bear Lake. And I'll be honest, back then, I thought I was gonna hike in and out of towns a lot more, save money on hotel rooms, but I got burned out at the end of Mojave and the section 1, so I needed to go into a lot of hotel rooms in Bishop and Mammoth Lake and spend an extra night that I thought I wouldn't spend. But it's good to get in and out of here. I could have done more on my phone, but I think I got the batteries charged fully on my battery banks. I got too much food. I'm carrying too much water because I replaced both my smart water bottles. They only had 1.5 liters. I wanted to buy 1 liter bottles. So that's an extra liter of water I didn't anticipate on carrying. I bought a Powerade because I wanted to swap out my Gatorade bottle too. 14 miles from the boundary to where you have to carry your food or have a bear can for 20 miles. I'm not gonna hike that far. I might get 4 or 6, depending upon how well we do, but just wanted to get back on the trail. There's a campsite, I think it's $21 self-pay, in the middle of the lesson section that you have to hike through. I have to hike through because I don't have a bear can. And, you know, the more I can do today, I'll at least get 4, which would mean I'd have to hike 30 tomorrow to get through it, or go to the campground, or just hike 10, camp, and hike through it the next day. I have no idea how this is gonna go. But if I can get 6, I can do 28 tomorrow. So not only was I able to charge my battery banks and my headlamp a little bit, which I found out is cracked last night, where it holds a strap on. It's functional, but it's not perfect. I might have to think about replacing it. I've gotten over 4,000 miles with that headlamp, so I can't complain about my Nightcore headlamp. I won't ever buy anything else. I was able to get food and do laundry and shower, which is what I needed, but more importantly, I talked to some hikers. I talked to Battle Axe, who I saw her in Pinecrest and got to know a little bit better. I'd been seeing her on trail, but never really getting to know her well enough. I would joke with her because she couldn't remember who I was. But now she remembers me, and she even complimented me and put me in the intelligent person group and said I could hold a conversation. And I talked to another girl whose name I don't even know. I haven't seen her since the Hatchet Mojave. But I had been leapfrogging her around that area, and she's a strong hiker and a really good person, you can just tell. And just talking to those two people, it helped me realize, you know, they were going through it a little bit, this section, and I felt like I was going through it. The universe and the trail test us, and we go through it in different ways, but, you know, when you're hiking alone, you think it's just me against the trail or the world, but we're all doing the same thing. I'm always trying to remind myself. And today I had two people who I like and respect and look up to hiking the trail, reminding me, you know, that section wasn't just hard for me. And when Chris and Morgan, who gave me a ride into town, bought me lunch, you know, that just shook me and restored my faith in humanity and was everything I needed at the time. So Chester was a great town, and special thanks to Brian, who read my Facebook post and came out and got me and brought me back to the trail. So I'll think about it and take the lessons I need from today, but I couldn't have done what I did today without the help of other people. I can already tell my shins are going to be a little roughed up after the climb out today. This isn't what's beating up my shins, but that is. But there's little low bushes that are sharp and prickly, and there's just too many of them to avoid. So I'm just plowing through them. So I am 0.5 away from a viable camp spot, according to Far Out. It'll be about 8:40, 8:45 when I get there, so that'll work. I carried out a turkey sub from the holiday market. Happy about that, and some potato chips. I've been thinking, just happier when I'm carrying potato chips on top of my pack. And it's really hard to beat that. All that in a bag of chips. Bet you can't eat just one. All that good stuff. There's a camp spot over there, but I don't think that's the one the Far Out comments are talking about. So I'm gonna push on, get the half mile. They say it's flat. They say there's Verizon signal. So it sounds like my kind of camp spot. Turkey, Swiss, lettuce, spinach, tomatoes, and avocado. Did I say turkey? I meant chicken. Chicken, lettuce, tomatoes, avocado, and spinach, and Swiss. And Lay's barbecue.